Welcome to Work Mom Says.
Don't be an idiot.
And now, here's your host, Work Mom.
Hello, I'm Lori Joves. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Work Mom Says Don't Be an Idiot. I am here today to talk about AI. Will AI take our jobs? Let's talk about it. There are so many things happening out there right now related to AI that I really want to dig into it, talk through some statistics and some realities that we all need to consider in the workplace right now. The fear is valid, but here's the data. 18 to 24-year-olds are 129% more likely than those over the age of 65 to worry that AI will make their job obsolete. Makes sense. If you're over 65, you're probably maybe going to retire, or you're dug in. You're not going to really have to look 10 years out, which is what a young person has to do. 49% of Gen Z job seekers feel that AI has reduced the value of their college degree. And entry level job postings are down by roughly 35% since January of 2023. Yeah. There is a lot happening in the AI space right now. There's a lot of big talk about what it has potential to do in the most workplaces and most industries. There's a lot that it can do, and there's also things that it can't do. So let's get into what's actually happening. Companies that are adopting AI into their workflows cut junior hiring by 13%, according to Cornell University. And employment for workers aged 22 to 25 in those AI exposed roles like, copywriting, accounting, there's a lot of things AI can do. Those AI exposed roles fell by 6% between 2022 and 2025. Young software developers saw a drop of nearly 20%. That's huge. That's something to think about. That's something to look at. Um, Currently, right now, it's April 13th, 2026. I am of the belief that AI is not all it's cracked up to be. It's not there yet, but it will be there. And when it gets there, it's going to be a little crazy. Our digital agency, we've attempted to use some AI to do some programming. It's not there. It requires a lot of adjustment to make it what you want it to be, even if you do get a good starting point. And sometimes it just doesn't work. So let's talk about what the experts are saying. Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei, 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 warned that AI could eliminate 50% of entry level white collar jobs within 5 years. And NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang pushed back. Historically, greater productivity leads to more hiring, not less. So it's a little crazy, but there are organizations that are actually predicting that 92 million jobs will be displaced by AI by 2030, but 170 new ones will be created. That makes sense. AI is suppressing hiring more than destroying existing jobs out there. So if you're good, you're in your position currently, and you're doing your darndest to do your best work every day, you're probably okay. AI probably won't come in and replace you. If you're slacking, you may be replaced by someone who can simply do a better job and is more committed than you are. But both of those CEOs, the Anthropic CEO and the NVIDIA CEO, can be right. Um, it could eliminate jobs. It may make more hiring happen, but neither one is helping you right now, right? So, as a worker in this economy in 2026, what I would say is that most protected workers, those who are going to maintain their positions, are really good at critical thinking. They have emotional intelligence, which is what we talk about on this show. They're creative, they're adaptable, and they have cross functional expertise. So you want to make sure that you fit into those categories. Are you a critical thinker? Do you, actually display emotional intelligence? Are you calm? Are you, committed to your job? Are you adaptable? Are you able to to pivot when that needs to happen without a lot of drama. Those are skills you can work on that will make you more employable during these times of AI threats. We also hear that 40% of core job skills will change by 2030, but 60% won't. So that's a pretty significant chunk that will not change in the next, 3 years. Now, once we get past that, things are going to change, of course. So, what you want to do right now is you want to make sure that you are AI literate. And what that means is that you know how AI works. You've, dove into the tools, you've tried them for different things, you have experimented with visuals, with programming, maybe with numbers. You've used it in a lot of different ways, so you have an idea what it does. That is something you can do right now on your own. Um, you don't need to learn to code, but what you do need to learn to do is to prompt and direct AI in ways that are meaningful and in ways that let it give you the kind of data and information that you want it to give you. Bad prompts equal bad AI content, bad AI, whatever it is you're creating. So make sure that you are learning how to use the tools, even if you're not really pro. I'm not a huge fan. I think that I would much rather see um, human content, human workers doing the work. I think AI is overrated. That will change, and so we darn well better get ready for it. So, you definitely want to include AI in your 5-year plan. So, 2026 to 2031 is when career transitions are expected to peak. You want to plan for adaptability. You're not going to look for a specific title. I want to be a marketing strategist. You might want to be a marketing strategist, but you are also willing to do some account work and some project management. Maybe you want to be, certain type of accountant. You may need to be flexible in how you use those skills and what particular jobs you're interested in taking so that you're adaptable. Titles don't matter. What matters is your personal revenue, your stability, and your happiness in your job. Those are the three things that really, really matter more than anything else. So, if you ever feel like you get passed over for a promotion or a manager tells you they're restructuring due to AI, seriously, ask questions, because if you don't, you're not going to have the information you need to move forward, right? So ask what skills your boss needs as AI causes restructuring. Document the wins you've had in those areas that are important. Where have you shown strong problem solving skills? Where have you shown strong ability to, resolve conflict or, tamp down drama? Where have you been winning? And make sure that your boss knows about that. And then build visible AI fluency before the next restructuring. So make sure that you are trying the tools to see how they work in your workplace, if that's allowed, only if it's allowed, right? It may not be. But if it is, see how it can contribute and help you with your job. Just to give you an example, we don't do a lot of AI copy because AI copy can be, it's very obvious. So what we do in a lot of cases is we will ask AI for creative ideas. We'll ask for outlines. We'll ask for it to write, headlines, subheads, ideas for April Fool's Day content for our clients. So there's a lot of things that you can do. So think about in your position how AI might be helpful to you and see if you can experiment, because that's one of the things that is going to again make you more employable, is knowing what's happening in the world, knowing how it's going to impact your industry, your career field, your position, and adapting accordingly. So I believe in you. I know you can do this. I know you can stay employed. I know that AI is going to move things around, but I prefer to pay attention to the second CEO, the guy from NVIDIA, who said that historically, greater productivity leads to more hiring, not less. So go into it with that attitude. So that's what I've got for you today. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Work Mom Says Don't Be an Idiot. If you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Maybe give me a like and a share or comment, something to help me get bigger numbers there. We're trying to reach as many people as possible with the Work Mom EQ assistance to help you actually achieve more success and less drama in your career. So thanks again. I'll be back soon.
Thanks for listening to Work Mom Says.
Don't be an idiot.
For more information, you can email WorkMom at lori@workmomsays.com. That's Lori@workmomsays.com. And remember,
Don't be an idiot.